The Cold War was a time of fear. The United States and the Soviet Union, armed with nuclear weapons, faced each other in a tense standoff. But amidst the anxiety, a glimmer of hope emerged, the idea of harnessing the atom for peace. In 1953, President Eisenhower launched Atoms for Peace. This program aimed to explore peaceful uses of nuclear technology. It led to the creation of Operation Plowshare, a controversial initiative to use nuclear explosions for large-scale engineering projects. Scientists and engineers believed they could tame the immense power of the atom. They envisioned using nuclear explosions for construction, mining, and even stimulating natural gas production. The idea, though seemingly outlandish today, captured the imagination of a generation. However, Operation Plowshare would soon face challenges, both technical and ethical, that would ultimately lead to its demise. The allure of nuclear power was undeniable. The sheer energy released by a nuclear explosion dwarfed anything humanity had ever harnessed. Scientists and engineers saw this as an opportunity to reshape the world. Why not use this power, they argued, for massive earth-moving projects? Nuclear explosions could carve out new harbors, create artificial lakes, and even alter the course of rivers. The possibilities, at least on paper, seemed limitless. One proposed application was in mining. Nuclear explosions could fracture underground rock formations, making it easier and cheaper to extract valuable resources. This idea was particularly appealing for remote regions with challenging terrain. The potential benefits, especially in the context of the Cold War competition, seemed to outweigh the risks, or so many believed at the time. Project Chariot, one of Plowshare's most ambitious proposals, aimed to create an artificial harbor in Alaska. The plan involved detonating several nuclear devices near Cape Thompson, excavating a massive harbor for shipping. The project was championed by the Atomic Energy Commission and the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. Proponents argued that the harbor would boost the Alaskan economy and provide a strategic advantage in the Arctic. However, Project Chariot faced immediate opposition from the local Inupiat people. They feared the impact of radiation on their hunting grounds and way of life. Their concerns, combined with scientific doubts about the project's feasibility, ultimately led to its cancellation in 1962. Project Chariot highlighted the complex interplay of scientific ambition, economic interests, and social responsibility that characterized Operation Plowshare. Another audacious project, even more ambitious than Project Chariot, was the proposal to create a new canal through Central America using nuclear explosions. This canal, envisioned as an alternative to the Panama Canal, would connect the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The idea was not new. In the 19th century, French engineers had attempted and failed to build a canal through Panama. Nuclear explosions, proponents argued, could overcome the engineering challenges that had defeated the French. However, the potential consequences were staggering. A nuclear excavation would release massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The environmental and health impacts, both locally and globally, were difficult to predict. The canal project, like Project Chariot, faced intense criticism. The idea of using nuclear weapons for such a project, even for peaceful purposes, was deeply unsettling to many. Section 5. The Shadow of Fallout. One of the most significant concerns surrounding Operation Plowshare was the unavoidable issue of radioactive fallout. Nuclear explosions, even those conducted underground, release radioactive particles into the environment. This fallout can contaminate water supplies, soil, and air, posing a serious threat to human health and ecosystems. The long-term effects of radiation exposure, including cancer and genetic mutations, were becoming increasingly clear. Scientists working on Operation Plowshare were acutely aware of the dangers of fallout. They conducted numerous experiments to study the behavior of radioactive isotopes in different environments. However, predicting the precise extent and long-term consequences of fallout proved challenging. The uncertainty surrounding fallout fueled public anxiety and contributed to the growing opposition to Operation Plowshare. Section 6. Public outcry and scientific concerns. As information about Operation Plowshare became public, a wave of protests erupted across the United States. People from all walks of life expressed their concerns about the program's potential dangers. Public hearings, often contentious, were held to discuss the risks and benefits of plowshare projects. Scientists, politicians, and ordinary citizens engaged in heated debates about the wisdom of using nuclear explosions for peaceful purposes. The scientific community was also divided. While some scientists supported plowshare, believing in its potential to benefit humanity, others expressed grave reservations. They argued that the risks of radioactive contamination and unforeseen environmental consequences were too great. The growing public outcry and the lack of a clear scientific consensus created a challenging environment for Operation Plowshare. The program was facing increasing scrutiny and opposition. Section 7. The Sedan Crater, a blast from the past. Despite the mounting concerns, Operation Plowshare continued with a series of experimental detonations. One of the most well-known of these experiments was the Sedan test, conducted in Nevada in 1962. The Sedan test involved detonating a 104-kiloton nuclear device buried 635 feet underground. The explosion created a crater over 1,200 feet wide and 320 feet deep, displacing 12 million tons of earth. The Sedan crater, now a tourist attraction, stands as a stark reminder of the immense power of nuclear explosions. It also serves as a sobering testament to the potential environmental consequences of such detonations. The Sedan test, while providing valuable data on cratering explosions, also generated a massive amount of radioactive fallout. The test became a focal point for critics of Operation Plowshare, further fueling public opposition to the program. Section 8. The Legacy of Plowshare, a Cautionary Tale. By the late 1960s, Operation Plowshare was facing insurmountable challenges. Public opposition to the program remained strong, and scientific uncertainties about the long-term effects of nuclear testing persisted. The Limited Test Ban Treaty of 1963, which prohibited nuclear weapon tests in the atmosphere, underwater, and outer space, further restricted Plowshare's activities. In 1977, the Carter administration effectively ended Operation Plowshare by cutting off funding for nuclear testing for peaceful purposes. The program, once hailed as a symbol of atomic-age optimism, came to an end. Operation Plowshare left behind a mixed legacy. It demonstrated the incredible power of nuclear energy, but also highlighted the profound responsibility that comes with wielding such power. Section 9. Conclusion. The enduring power of the atom. The story of Operation Plowshare serves as a cautionary tale about the complexities of technological innovation. What begins as a well-intentioned effort to harness the atom for good can have unforeseen and potentially devastating consequences. The legacy of Plowshare reminds us that scientific progress must be guided by ethical considerations and a deep respect for the natural world. As we continue to grapple with the challenges of the 21st century, from climate change to resource scarcity, the lessons learned from Operation Plowshare remain as relevant as ever. The power of the atom, while immense, must be wielded with the utmost care and wisdom.